everyone. Hello and hi, and all of those wonderful things. Let me start with saying good morning and hello to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Kim. It is an honor to see you this morning. Hello to our sweet Kitty who joined us for our Zoom today, and I had a great time chatting with her. And I am, just so you know, on the intro, so we know where I am and what I'm up to. I am working on my Timber Trails blanket. Good morning, Sugar. Good morning, Sue Ann. How are you guys today? I am sorry, I'm fixing things behind the scenes because I forgot to delete my access and make the thing not give me all my announcements. So I'm clearing stuff off my screen. Good morning, Mama Winch. How are we this morning? Please, guys, do me a favor. Give me grace. It's a morning. But I also want to know, what are you sipping on? What are you whipping on? And how is your Saturday? The weather is, I haven't looked, but it just does not feel that great outside right now. So I am enduring it. But I am so enjoying this blanket. I think this is the third one of this particular pattern that I've done. So hats off to JTYA for his phenomenal pattern creation because I love the simplicity of it. And Sugar is saying good morning to everyone, which I dearly appreciate. It has been a week. It has been a week. I am going to piggyback off of a couple of conversations that I have heard over this week by other content creators, and this is my own take on it. Hot take, warning, warning. But these are content creators whom I dearly love and who are, in my opinion, absolutely on the right track. Good morning, Amelia. I am going to finally try to start tapping buttons. Good morning. How are you? But to address the conversation that I am hearing in the other YouTube houses relates to conducting oneself with kindness and grace in the presence of a different house. And you might be wondering, what is that? What does that mean, Michelle? What it means is bad behavior about other channels in conversation on a different channel. If you want to say something negative about me, don't say it here, first of all, because I want to know what you have to say and I'll address it. But if you have something to say about another content creator, this is not the place for it. If you can't have that conversation with them, that means you probably shouldn't say it at all. Truth be told, we all have access to the ability to scroll. We don't have to watch everything. We don't have to listen to everything. We don't have to consume everything. And yes, I know I'm starting with a Debbie Downer because I want to get it out of my system and enjoy our conversation. Guys, thank you all for saying hello to one another. That really makes my day. And Sue Ann, thank you for saying amen because, honey, I said this a few weeks ago, and accordingly, some people said, Michelle, you shouldn't say that. Um, that's not a nice thing to say. Being nice is not always who I am. I try to be kind, but I will be honest. If this is not the topic of conversation that you want to hear today, then please know that most of us who learned how to play games as children had to learn the rules first. The rules for YesMichelle Crochets channel is you may not come over here with bad behavior and think that it is appropriate, acceptable, or okay to say negativity and ugly things about anyone. Because I go back to what I have always said, your opinion of me is none of my business. It's also not going to sway me from being who I am. Exactly, Suan. We are all human. And I won't pretend. Hey, Panda Pooh. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, I'm sorry. Squirrel moment. Squirrel moment. Panda is probably laughing at this very second at my exuberance, but I now know what Panda looks like, and yum yum. Oh, I came here to be naughty. Be naughty, but behave. And what I'm sorry, what did Sugar say? Sugar said, Michelle, sadly, some people will never understand or get the message. I understand that. I totally understand that. And I'm okay with them being bad or not following the rules of the road. But when you don't follow the rules of the road in my house, I'm gonna happily show you where the door is and push that on out. I don't let trash sit on my floor. I don't. If there is something that needs to be picked up and removed, move. I will happily call a thing a thing. Panda, you have been gatekeeping all that yummy face. I love you. Well, I already loved you, but now I love you. Thank you. So, I'm sorry, did I miss something? Oh no, he's leaving. Have some fun today, Panda Pooh. And Kate and Kitty is reminding us to please hit those thummies. Thank you guys. And I am going to remove that for a second because confusion is my name and this is what I do. I'm learning. um, I'm not touching it. He's hanging his legs over the branch of a tree. That's what I'm telling myself. So, what is everybody sipping on today? I have my Saturday cup of my protein coffee. Mm, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, and like I said, I'm just whipping on a blanket today, but I needed to start with that level of conversation because I got two emails about the fact that I was not who they thought I was because they wanted me to be more like somebody else and I'm not. I'm a whole personality, but I'm me. Hello, Emily. Welcome in, precious. And I am my own unique brand. I do things a certain way, and if those things don't work for me, I pivot, I adjust, and I change. But then they followed it up by sending me an email and saying that they thought I should do this or that I should do that. And my response was YouTube is a very big street. You're welcome to check another house, or you're welcome to start your own channel. Good luck with sitting in front of your phone, your iPad, your computer, or your camera and doing what I do and making it look effortless and flawless because it never is. It is never easy. I don't know anyone who's been doing this for years and years and years who will sit here and tell you that the easiest thing they do is make a video. It's not. Panda said, had a blast last night. Sugar. Good company. Yes, yes. Panda is talking about the fact that he was on panel with a couple of other content creators. And oh my gracious, it was such fun to listen to them. And I'm telling you, it wasn't yarn and crochet related all the time, but it was so great to learn because I'm not a gamer. So I got to learn and watch them nerd out as a nerd. Professed. Got the t-shirt. A little too small, but I got the t-shirt. And yeah, I loved it. I loved it. They are phenomenal people. And I understand that you can't hang around, but I'm so glad you are here, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cecilia! Okay, okay. My goofball is kicking in. Ignore me. Good morning, Cecilia. How are you? You guys, YouTube is a whole boulevard. Kitty said it, and it is true. It is a whole boulevard. Not everything is for everyone. Like I said, I am not a gamer. There are plenty of people. I I'm sorry. I missed something. Okay, I'm confusion. Okay, there we are. Sugar said, my pet peeve is when they do all the extra to be noticed as if there are not other people in the chat. That part, I am really lucky right now because I have a small community here for the most part. It said not leaving, listening. Okay, okay, thank you, Panda. But as I was saying, I have a small, intimate community, and my hope, my prayer is that it grows. But as it grows, yes, things are going to change. If things don't change, they become stagnant, and nobody wants stagnancy. Not at least I don't. I don't know what they want, but I don't want stagnancy. I want growth. I want a bigger opportunity for myself, a bigger opportunity for you guys. I want that. But that does mean that what I did when there were only four of us, I can't do when there are 12 of us. I certainly won't be able to do it when there are 1,200 of us. And yes, I dream big. Don't blame your girl. It's what I do. But Cecilia said, I am well, thank you. Allergies bothering me this morning. Bless you. Oh, Panda, you are no interruption. Sometimes the deviation is necessary for my brain to reset or to engage. Just saying. Anyway, I really, really appreciate you all being so wonderful in supporting me as I have had a pivot in my routines, a pivot in my product that I put out in our YouTube streets. And oh no, I'm just talking about in the next 3 weeks. I'm just talking about in the next 3 weeks. My goal is why not? That would be a big dream for me. I am just under 950 subscribers. In fact, I'm a little under that. Let me tell you exactly where I am. I have a phone close by. I can look. I give me permission. I am currently sitting at 937. So it could happen. It could happen. And I'm excited for it to happen. Oh, tell her I said good morning, hello, and squeezy hugs to her. That part. Do what I love, the money will follow. That's the key, especially for me, because, like I've said countless times, as much as this is and has been a passion project, it really is. It also needs to be income generating because I pour the resources that are coming to me back into the channel to give you all a better, more visibly and audibly appealing project. I'm not doing this simply because I like to do what I do. I do. Please let me be clear. I like what I'm doing. But I do this because I think of YouTube as a three-dimensional encyclopedia. It's a how-to manual. We can come here and type in how to change a light bulb or how to replace the terminal heads on the battery for our cars and get the information from multiple resources and learn well. In dipping my toe into this environment, I wanted to think, what do I bring to the table? I have a lot of hats that I wear. I don't hide them. I can't hide them. But moreover, I try to share information that I know. At the same time, I need to balance that with the time commitment it takes to share that information in a way that works for you and make it make sense. And at some point, it has to make money because I don't have a wealth of financial resources to go out and pay for music systems and pay for microphones and pay for the upgraded activities that need to happen in order to give you the product that I want to produce for you. That being the case, it's got to make sense. My daycare does not pay for my YouTube parlay. So YouTube kind of has to start paying for YouTube. And I'm okay with that. I'm willing to run the race to let the money catch up with what I'm pouring in. And it is. It is. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. I have memberships on my channel, and you guys have been amazing. It not just coming in and becoming members of my channel, but becoming members at a tier where I'm allowed to engage with you one on one. And for each and every one of you, I say thank you. Thank you so much. And of course, if you're not already a member, I didn't have the opportunity to pin a comment here. So I am going to grab my phone and make the correction to that behavior now. And I'm inviting each and every one of you to be members of my channel if you're not already. Oh, runners on your mark. Oh my goodness. Kitty is outrageous this morning. But like I said, I had the opportunity to hang out with her in a Zoom this morning. And while I won't go into the details of everything we talked about, I had so much fun visiting with her behind the scenes. Okay, Panda said, if you're out and about, keep your eye out for clearances. You will be surprised at what tech things you can find without breaking the bank. That's very true. The problem for me, and it's not a problem, it's just an honest response. I'm not a out and out shopper. I don't like to go out. I don't like to be outside. It is not fun for me. So I'm going to my own chat, which means I need to turn my phone down because, yeah, the volume was still up. And let me hit the paste. Ouch. My niece said no. Anyway, you can ignore me. I'm having a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Somebody play some good music. Oh, wait, I'm doing that. Anyway, like I said, I am slightly in a silly mood, but I would love to know what projects you guys are currently crocheting on. I'm very, very curious. What about an Amazon wish list? People like to help creators they like. Oh, thank you, Panda. And honestly, that's not a bad idea. I hadn't I hadn't thought about that. I will think about that. Thank you for saying that, Panda. I need to do that. I haven't done that. So yeah, I gotta. And back to comments, paste. There we go. And I just added the join the channel button because I would love to have you each as a member, but B, I also know as a person who uses Apple devices, the join button isn't easily accessible. So we have to go through our search engine devices. And Kat said, currently trying to brush my teeth, LOL, but crochet wise, finishing a blanket for my sister in the last skein. Ooh. And basket weave with green and gold. Hirschner's MVP. I love that. Yes, great idea, Panda. Woohoo! Panda, I want pictures. I want pictures. So, like I said, for those of you who are just arriving, I am working on another Timber Trails to donate. And Cecilia said, I started my first C2C blanket, finished a mosaic baby blanket for a friend, and still working on a mosaic Afghan for my niece's daughter. I love it. I am excited because I remember a few weeks ago, Cecilia mentioned that she'd never done a C2C, and I told her there are plenty of people who have done tutorials that might be beneficial to her, including, of course, Juan the Yarn Addict, because he did one that made it make sense for me. I had never done one successfully. I kept wiggling. It was crazy. But now I do them all the time. Yay! I'm helpful, LOL. Soon as it's done, I'll definitely put up pics. Awesome. Babes, thanks. I love that. Yes. And Sugar Diamond is thrilled about the C2C thing too. Yes, yes. Just got done with a big blanket for one of my cousins, 6 feet tall. Yes, Suan, you were mentioning you were extending a blanket for someone who's over the height of 6 foot, 6'1", I think you mentioned. And that is impressive. I, of course, those of you who know or have been around me for a while know that I crochet for my life in a bag, but I also, and I don't say a lot about this, and let me catch this comment and then I'll add on to that. Different content creators have different methods that appeal to different people. Exactly. Everyone's teaching methods are different. Find what works for you. Very, very well said. Very well said. I am watching my young adult head out to the job, which means I have to readjust things on my television because my ring will block everything. So there is that. But yeah, as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. Somebody remind me, what was I saying? Your girl squirreled. Very true, Panda. What was I saying? Oh, charities. Charities. Thank you. Thank you, me. I actually had a moment of clarity. How weird of me. Um, I like I said, I do crochet for my life in a bag, but I also crochet for a couple of other organizations, and one that is near and dear to my heart is one you don't hear me talk a lot about, but I'm very passionate about, and that is the share group at one of our local hospitals. And for those of you who don't know what the share organization is, this is the organization who supports parents who've had infant and fetal loss. That is because for me, I have a personal relationship with them as I lost my first son born still in the year 2000. So yeah, they did everything from making sure that I have pictures of my son to gifting me the things that he wore, and I have mementos for my very brief time that I got to spend with him. And they continued for years to support me and support my journey as a parent and as a person, to respect, love, and enjoy the journey that I had with my son and celebrate his being. So, back to a more happy note. And it isn't that that's a sad note. I'm just saying. I still haven't done C2C, but my biggest sidetrack is drawing. See, but you're so good at that, I won't even tell you to jump into that boat. Don't worry about it. You're good. Sugar, your artwork is awesome. As said by Panda. Yes. Oh my gracious. Sugar Diamond is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I wonder, am I the only person, like she mentioned that when she's on the phone, she's often doodling. I know when I'm on the phone, though nowadays our phones are so engaging and interactive that we can be multitasking. I have a knot, so I'm going to cut it out. Um, I don't like factory knots, but I'm often multitasking and not always drawing, but I'm usually doing something with my hands when I'm on my phone because 9 times out of 10 I have on headphones. So what does everybody do? What do you do? And Sue Ann said, I love to draw. I love that. The things we learn about one another by just having a dialogue. Okay. Well, Sugar knows that I love her art. Because of crochet, I have an aversion to housework. I've always had an aversion to housework. It's a royal thing. You must be royal because I royally find that it sucks. I am not a housework girly. I will happily send that duty on to someone other than me. I think that just isn't my testimony. I don't like it. I know there are some people who love to clean. I am not that person. Panda said, I can do some killer stick figures, LMAO. That's all I got. Hey, you got me beat. I can't draw a straight line with a laser pointer. And then, of course, Sugar Diamond added, LOL, Cecilia, you are not alone. No, ma'am, you are not. I'm in that boat too. That's not my testimony. I don't enjoy it. There we go. Woo. You guys, we are having a good conversation this morning. Thank you all for that. And like I said, I had I usually don't read the emails before I go live because I know sometimes they can be less than mentally engaging in a positive way. But this morning, when I tell you I hit the bottom of the slipperiest slope with my emails, that was what was happening. Even though I watched Martha Stewart, house stuff is not my thing. I respect that. I love watching other people do it. Is that a thing? Maybe it is. I don't know. Because it's not my thing. We need to start a YouTube cleaning fund so we can hire people to clean our houses for us. Yes. Can I get that on my Amazon wish list? Somebody to come in and clean my house. Mm. Hi, Joanne. Welcome in, my darling. I don't think I greeted you. I apologize. I can clean. I had a cleaning business before my life in social service. I don't want to. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am sorry. That's hilarious to me. I have a lot of skills that I don't use because I don't want to. I love that. That just hit home with me. Okay. Cecilia said, clean house and cook. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe not the cooking. I like to cook, but I want somebody else to clean the mess up I make. Good morning, everyone. Hey there, Thrifty. Love you. Welcome in, darling. Oh, Lord Panda, I need that so bad. Right? Right? Joanne, feel free to lurk. Lurk, my darling. It is always okay. Thrifty said, having breakfast before going to work. Well, I'm sorry you have to go to work unless you love it. And then I'm glad you get to go to work. Okay. Kitty said, gotta go get the grandbaby, but I'm here. But quiet. That's totally all right, my darling. Thank you for being here. And of course, Panda is telling Kitty bye-bye. Oh, hugs and hello again, Thrifty. Oh, were you guys hiding out in another room before me? I hope so. That just means our community starts early and I love it. Let me get that off of there. Hello, Jacqueline. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? As I ask everyone in a global blanket fashion, I will ask you directly. What you sipping on, darling? What you whipping on? Michelle, of course, is working on a blanket for charity. And this is the Timber Trails blanket by Juan the Yarn Addict. And ah, I'm telling you, I love this blanket. I love the other one that he made too, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh, okay, excellent. Yes, absolutely. See, this is why those bell notifications are so important. We get up, we are out, we're doing the things, but we mean to be somewhere. And if we don't have a reminder, sometimes we miss things. And if you don't want to miss things on my channel and others, please make sure, in addition to subscribing, you tickle that bell notification because it helps. Sugar is going, oh my goodness. Michelle and her commercials. Michelle has commercials. I'm sorry, I'm a commercial based program. And Jacqueline said, sipping on coffee and working on a granny blanket. That sounds yummy. What kind of coffee? And moreover, what color granny blanket? Share all the details. There we go. Oh, I want to get this done before I return my son to school tomorrow. And we'll see if that happens. My goal is 40 inches. And yeah, we'll see. I think I'll get it done. I think I will. I have works that mean I have to put my hook down, but I'll get those done as well. Oh, excuse me. The hook. The hook must hook. Kitty said, back. She walked home by herself. Well, okay. Kitty, I will be in touch with you. I have a follow-up question for you. And you guys, indulge me ever so slightly, if you will. I got to brag on Kitty. How many of you have been over to her house and seen her most recent videos? I am so proud of her. She is, when I tell you, her second season is killing the game. The girl is doing it and doing it and doing it well. I love it. I love it. I'm so. I had to give her the clap ups because yes, 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 and yes. And that is, I'm just going to leave it at that. She is killing it. And I am very, 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 very proud of her. And Jacqueline added the info. Caramel macchiato coffee. And my blanket is pink and gray. Oh, I need all the pictures. Pink and gray. What yarn? I want to know. I love, you guys know pink is my favorite color. If you say pink, you just got me like this. I'm stuck on stupid with it. I need it. I need it. Thank you. And if my kids heard me do that, they'll be like, my mom is not a rap fan. I'm not. I'm not. But there are certain things that, depending on when you grew up, they are a part of your lexicon. They're a part of your understanding, your existence, and your memory. They're part of your fabric. So, yeah, that's a part of my fabric. I mean, I'm that weird girl who did not, I didn't like rap even in the beginning when the Sugar Hill Gang came out, when there was Cool Modi and Curtis Blow, and of course the intersection between Run DMC and I can see him, I can't think of him. I know Panda knows. Panda, who was the other music artist that I don't know. I can't. Cecilia, here's the funny part. Juan has done that. Packed up all of his pink and sent it my direction at one point. And I am so, so grateful. I have very little of it left though. Hmm. I can see him. I can't think of who it is. I know who I can't. I just cannot. I don't speak the language of today's youth. I tell people I teach them. I don't speak their language. Their behavior is less than what I would like to see it be. So therefore, you can't get a lot out of me with them. And that's nothing negative on their parts. It's just we're different languages. You know, people who were born in the 40s and 50s didn't understand the kids that were born. Aerosmith, thank you. Thank you. Oh goodness. No Sugar, not Slim Shady. This would have been premier 80s timing. And King Cole, Baby Pure DK in the color Baby Petal. Oh, it sounds beautiful. Sounds like I need to go look in the window of Hobby Rocks. Amelia with the save. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that one. See, I'm talking foundational rap before there were the East Coast, West Coast insanity with Easy E and whatever came after that. Because again, not my story, not my testimony. Everybody was listening to rap, and Michelle was listening to a radio station here in St. Louis called K Gold, and crossing that with KZK, which was just getting into the more pop older music, because prior to that, KZK, I kid you not, played music with a ZAK, the elevator music, and I loved it. I loved it. I love classical music. I I absolutely enjoy music that is avant-garde. I am a jazz fan to my heart and soul, and here's the wild part. Your girl can't sing. I can't read music. I could if I spent time because I understood the basic mechanics. It was actually taught to us in school, and I cannot play an instrument. I don't know how. I never learned. It was never something I had the opportunity to do. But music is essential for me. Music can change my entire mood. The originator, Dougie Fresh. Okay, see, African Bambaataa and Sugar Hill Rakim. See, all of this is semi foreign to me. I know of the people, I know very little of their music because, again, wasn't my thing. I remember there was a crazy group out of New York, and I can't think of their name. Whenever I go to karaoke, I do little Kim song to start it off. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine. I bet it's funny. You go, girl. Love Schubert, Brahms, and can't spell the name. That's fine. I knew exactly who you meant. And for me, it is Tchaikovsky. So much so, I think I was 10. And my grandma Jones, my mom's play mother, kind of like a godmother, but not really. Forget all the mechanics. Anyway, I would go over to her house every other weekend, and we were talking about the things that I liked because, again, I'm a very different person. And Amelia said, "One second, I still have all my 12-inch records. My grandchildren try to steal them." Wow. Yes, albums were the thing. But Debussy, yeah. See, this is my wheelhouse. But she bought the full collection of Tchaikovsky records from RCA, or maybe it was Columbia Record House. Oh my goodness. We would sit there and listen to it for hours. I kid you not. Pull out a puzzle, clean off the dining room table, and she would honestly maybe spend 10 minutes, and then she'd leave and go do whatever else she needed to do, whether that was, do her puzzle books in the living room, or Maybe she was cooking something for dinner. Maybe she had mail and things that she had to address and answer. And me, I'm sitting at the dining room table with the puzzle and listening to this very delicious, very emotional music. I have to hold my chest because I have shared with many of you that my childhood wasn't the easiest, nor was it the best, but I had windows in that life that were just opportunities for me to see something greater than what I was experiencing. And that was one of them. I listened to a lot of dance hall reggae like Elephant Man, Beanie Man, Lady Style, a lot of 90s and early 2K time frame. Well, that explains the eclectic music taste. And that kind of is the story for many of the things that we do, that we love, and that we know. That would mean that if you were going to do a musical trivia, you kind of want Panda on your team because he's going to know a part of the music that many people won't know. And Sugar said, when I was little on Saturdays, it was Bob Marley and Gladys Knight. Yes. See, I grew up Saturday morning, wake up was a cleaning time. I'm sorry. Debussy sometimes is too dark for me. I can appreciate that. Debussy is one that I don't listen to alone. That invokes emotions that I'm not prepared for. Love them, Sugar. Yes. See, Saturday, that was a cleaning day. You knew the moment that the Temptations hit the radio or the record hit the sound system, we're up and we're cleaning. Send me a picture on Messenger and I will get it after the live, my darling. That's another thing. Just so you guys know, I try really, really hard not to check my messages as they pop through because I'm easily squirrel distracted and I'm trying to focus on the chat. And though I have lots of things going on around me, I get lost very easy. Panda, I went to dance hall shows, was on the helicopter with Shabba Ranks. Oh my goodness, I know who Shabba Ranks is, and that's what I'm excited about. And Suan said, got to sit and look at Stevie Ray Vaughan grew up playing in his bedroom, always saying he's going. And you know what? Speak it and you become it. Hello, Tina. Welcome in. How are you, my darling? And Kitty said that okay, Panda said Saturdays were filled with salsa growing up. I believe it. Well, for obvious reasons. And Kitty said Aretha Franklin, Herb Alpert, Johnny Walker, The Supremes, Temptations, and Engelbart Humperdinck. See now. Okay, I just geeked out. Sorry, guys. and of course, Panda said to Sugar that he's so jelly. Yes. But ironically, yes, thank you, Cecilia Santana. Ooh, Santana. I can see him. Horn. Chuck Mangione. Oh, loved Chuck Mangione. That music, oof, to this day, bangs in my heart as one of my favorites. And Obscure. And I had it and I just lost it. Let me read this and maybe it'll come back to me. Yes, Sugar. Every Saturday, blasted my stereo while cleaning salsa, rap, hip hop, etc. Bass rattling through the windows. Fun times. See, we grew up with Temptations. In the 80s, as I was a teenager, it kind of morphed in our household. My mother would play Luther Vandross, but by that point, she was not helping clean. She was having a seat, and we were doing it on her behalf. Hey, welcome in, Yummy. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for the sub to my channel, of course. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hope you all are having a great weekend. Welcome in, precious? How are you today? What are you sipping on and what are you whipping on? So, this is, like I said, one of the reasons why I wasn't always considered the stereotypical young adult and teenager in my area or my community. I was always a geeky nerd. So watching the geeky nerddom of last night with Panda and crew was just so much fun for me because it makes validity for me to be unique. My channel is different than many channels out there. I am different than many people out there. So it's okay to be you because everybody else is taken. So go ahead. And here's another rule. Shh, this one is important. Write it down. You are allowed to be exactly who you want to be and have no need to apologize for being just that. You are free to change in whatever way feels good for you. And anyone who tells you we don't do that, they're not you, ignore them. Okay, I said what I said. If the house wasn't clean by Saturday night, no date till the house was clean. Okay, I listen, we didn't make it to lunchtime. You didn't eat lunch unless the house was done. And that means you may not eat till 4 o'clock. That's okay. You'll get the house clean and you'll do it quickly. And the yummy said, sipping on a tea, working in the background, but might take a break from work and crochet hanging plants for my mom. Oh, that sounds like fun. Sorry you have to work though. When I grew up, when I grew into my own style of music, it was Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bon Jovi, Barry Manilow, Big and Little Luther, and if you know, you know, Donna Summers, Denise Williams, Prince, Michael Jackson, and Janet Jackson. And I know that list goes on. I know it does. Um, Amelia said, yes, Sugar Diamond, while driving the neighbor's baddie. We all did it. See, I knew that list went on. Shy Lights and the Ohio Players. Yes. And the Spinners. They don't get enough recognition either. Panda said, I want to be Captain America. Close his eyes and has wishful thinking. You are our own version of Captain America, sir. And Kitty said, didn't date until my senior year. I will not go into my dating history. I will say that it is very limited, very exclusive. And I was quick to show people that's the door. Need to run. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. You too, Joanne. Take care, my darling, and have a phenomenal weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you around these YouTube streets. America's Panda. LOL. Absolutely. How about the world's panda? You are the world's panda because you're bigger than these states. You are very worldly. Girl, the Spinners hand me down my walking cane, hand me down my hat. Right. And of course, I have to be careful how I say that because we know how YouTube is about their musical rules. And let's be realistic. Your ears don't need that kind of abuse. Excuse me, guys, but coffee must be taken. Love that. Love the variation of musical taste. Yes. And I'm telling you, as someone who grew up in a community where everybody was very disenfranchised with me not liking the types of music that I liked or that I listened to, I was quick to remind people, you didn't like me before you knew what I liked in music, so do I care? And dare you to say it to my face. And if you notice my serious tone, they got that too. We cannot forget the Stevie Wonder. No, absolutely not. And now for me, add Gregory Porter on constant rotation. My mom was always catching the midnight train to Georgia. And also, No Woman, No Cry. Right? Gladys Knight had it, still has it. Yes, love Stevie, right? I think Stevie is like everything, everything. And of course, Marvin Gaye. Of course. Marvin Gaye was amazing. Had octave range out the wazoo. And though it's hurting me to watch him nowadays, Smokey Robinson. Oh my goodness, you guys know how to make a girl's spirit just soar. Whew, thank you all. Uh-uh. If you know, you know. UB40. I'm gonna tell you another song that cracks me up when I think about it. Songs that just have those pivotal points that are like memory markers. Um, one of them was Red Red Wine. Of course, you too. Yes. The B-52s, yes. And of course, the Police. I love Sting. I was watching PBS about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago. And Sting had a PBS special on there. And I can't think of it, but I know I have it pre-recorded in my library because it was so good. Like I cried for an hour after it was over. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning. Welcome in, my darling. And don't forget Sade, who could? And if you do, how dare you? At that point, call your doctor because clearly you are broken. Jezebel, one of my favorite Sade songs. And of course, Anita Baker. Because yes, and absolutely. Okay, you know, Crisscross. Crisscross was more my brother than me because by that point, your girl wasn't jumping. I was parenting and I was daycare mommying. Those things were done for me. I am a little more senior, you, sir, but I respect the music. Although I am not a respecter of Jermaine Dupri, I will be honest. See, put some respect on each letter of her name. Mm. I was totally wearing my clothes backwards. Better your clothes than your brain. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I saw UB40 perform at the pier in NYC in the pouring rain. Everybody was soaked and leaving to the okay. And okay, make your judgments as you will. The only in-person concert I've ever seen, I knew you meant not, was Najee. Saw him at a local bar here in St. Louis, downtown near the riverfront. And oh my goodness. When I tell you unsung beauty in physical existence and in musical talent, Najee. Whew. But again, I'm a jazz fan. So there's that. Kenny G, yes, yes, yes. And would love more music from him now. And I'm thinking, I just remembered Yanni. Let us not forget Yanni. Now you talk about somebody who has no musical box. That would be Yanni. I remember the first time I was watching some of his music on PBS. I guess I'm a PBS plug today. But oh my, I fell in love. I'm like, this is everything. When Diana Ross performed in Central Park, it started to rain because people were out. She was calling them back to stay. She wouldn't have been able to get me. But I will admit freely, I'm not a big Diana Ross fan. I think she's an interesting person, but not I. I was in Central Park when Diana Ross was singing in the rain. That was fun. Oh my gosh. Wow. Deborah Cox. Deborah Cox, Brandy, all of them again. That's a different musical zone for me. It's not, that doesn't really hit with me. But again, it kind of falls into that rap thing. Respect the artist, but not necessarily my giddy. What about Mama Cass? Okay, give flowers, ladies and gentlemen. Give flowers. The Mamas and the Papas, Jimi Hendrix, Sly and the Family Stone. Yes, yes, yes. We can go down that rabbit hole too. And Stevie Nicks, come on, come through. You guys. Oh, see, we need to be slowing down and getting ready to stop. But y'all gonna have me running on past my time. I don't know whose toes I'll be stepping on, but if you want to stay, we can stay a little bit longer. Just let me know. Put it in the comments. Abba. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes. Let me know. Do we need to put a pin in this and pick it up next time, or shall we continue? I will do as you ask. And I think I messed up somewhere, so I'm researching my steps. Panda said, love Abba. We were having, we are having a music extravaganza. Pinning. So this tells me we need to consider closing it out. So let us do that because, like I said, I don't want to step on anyone else's toes. And yeah, I'm going to put on some music that I can't play on YouTube. So we are more than 57 minutes in. With that said, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here and making my mood so much better. Oh, you guys have really helped my spirit. You always help my heart. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 you can. And you have my heart. And of course, I am sending you all the good vibes. Thank you all for being here. Woo! Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving each other. Eat, drink your water, and if meds are appropriate, please take them. Know this. Know that I love you. Have some fun today. Go make the things and do the things and have the fun. And I'll talk to you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.